old Frankfurt Pike overlook, and I am awaiting the arrival of the next member of the Road Burners to join me, and we will go to our camp for tonight, where there's a warm bed and a warm meal and women waiting for us. We'll see you soon. Never know what's going to happen on this trip.
I guess.
How was your day at the office?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. All right. It's all good from here on.
So, we have arrived
At our accommodations for the night. As I said earlier, there are women here. There's one of them now. There's another one. Oh.
And I do.
This child is offering me goldfish colors. Oh, how fun. Well, anyway, we'll check in again when the little woman is finished with this amazing meal she's preparing. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy the rest of the resort here. All right, Cora. We'll talk to you later. This nice family has invited us to share their home tonight. They're very friendly here in Kentucky. Hi there, young lady. And there's another young lady over there. And there's a sort of young lady over there. Well, tomorrow morning we're going to be up early. First light, we're headed for Ludington, Michigan, so we'll check in with you sometime tomorrow. It's early morning, and we're getting ready to go. Our first check-in of the day. We're going to be traveling 500 miles to get to Ludington, Michigan today. And we're just making our final preparations. Obi's not going with us. Cora is coming out to see us off. And the machines are packed and ready. And we'll see Uncle Corey tonight. Check in with you later.
video diary number 1. Heading out from Reed City and going to work in Cadillac and then heading to Ludington tonight. So, check in later.
Tire on his VTX, and right on the side of the freeway. Thankfully we were able to get him to the side without going down, and now we're waiting for transport and repair. He's in communication now with the Honda people, and we're expecting he may get picked up very soon. Couldn't have asked for a less convenient place to have a flat tire, but thankfully he was able to get it to the side of the road safely, as you would expect from the road burner. So we will check in with you later after we're back on the road. We've had another setback, and we got the Cameron's motorcycle fixed. They did a great job. After a couple hours, we were back on the road. Unfortunately, 20 miles down the road, the tire went flat again. So thankfully, it was a more isolated area. He felt it go, got off the side of the road. All was safe, at least. And the guy came out another half an hour, picked him up, took him back to the shop. They are working on his motorcycle right now. I decided to leave him behind because he's too much trouble and gone on. I'm just kidding. I'm waiting. I just went a little bit north so I wouldn't be sitting at the dealership. I'm in Peru, Indiana, at the Grissom Air Museum. Unfortunately, it closed at 4 o'clock, but I took a walk around to see the airplanes, and then I'll just take a little break and hang out until I hear that he's on his way. So without any further trouble, we'll make it to Ludington, but it won't be before nightfall, unfortunately. So we will check in with you later. The adventure continues.
Made it through the night, and the other people showed up at 12-ish, 11:15-ish, and all of the camping gear performed well. My back feels pretty good, actually. I don't want to get out of my cocoon. Well, morning number one, fellas.
Morning, all.
Road burners to the lakes.
Are there lakes around here?
We all met at 11:15 last night. The gents from down south had some tire issues, and then we had a nice little fire, some pizza, and we are heading off in the nice rain this morning.
Yes, it's very refreshing.
It's very nice, a gift from the heavens, and we're gonna ride hard and put her away wet today. Over and out. Now, aboard the car ferry Badger with this check-in, and hello.
We're getting ready for a good ride. Cameron is doing his own
Grandma there?
check-in with
Hey, Grandma.
the girls back home, and we're ready for an adventure on this big water.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
It's a 7-day crossing to the old continent.
I have a charger. It's in my bag.
This is the boat to England, right?
Yes. Boat to Mexico.
Oh yeah, we
From Mexico to Cuba.
came through Mexico last night. Mexico, Peru, we were all over the southern continent. So it's a little bit rainy, but the lake looked fairly calm, so we shouldn't have too much trouble today. We will
For a ways offshore breeze.
check in with you later. Getting ready for our journey across the big lake. Road markers to the lake. The SS Badger is the only coal-fired passenger steamer in the United States. Pretty awesome. Built in 1952. Well, gents, we're off.
Off we go. At sea.
I'm going to the bow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we gotta be up forward for this. Thank you. So we're aboard the SS Badger. We're headed to sea. There we go. Now you can feel it up here. We're getting out of the sheltered. Yeah.
Sick. There's a ship.
Headed out into Lake Michigan. The ship's beginning to roll a bit, but the old Badger can take it.
All had worse. Hello.
We'll check in later as we get out closer to the
Still see shoreline.
Wisconsin shore. No, we're not far out at all. See ya. I had a firm grip on it. case anyone thinks that Great Lakes are just lakes, this is a 400-foot ship, and we're rocking pretty good. But this is built to handle much worse than this. It's kind of fun.
Well, we have made it almost all the way across on our journey on the Badger. We have another 30 minutes or so. So check in when we're off. Hello. It's a wonderful day. Coming to you from Kewaunee, Wisconsin. This is the Ludington, which was a tugboat that served in World War II and then was transitioned to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in 1947. So pretty cool. We're stopped here. The other boys are up yonder. Nice little town. Thinking about getting some eats and trying to dry off a little bit, even though it's kind of pointless at this stage. It's just wet. It's moist out here and there's no avoiding it. So we'll see what we can come up with. Over and out. We're here at the shipyards in Sturgeon Bay. They're currently building freighters, doing stuff and things. And
They're building big stuff.
big Lego stuff over there, man stuff.
Yeah, that's man stuff.
We're about 80-ish miles from our destination. The weather is not rainy, but still pretty gray. So overall, things are improving slightly. We're not soaking wet, no. So, yeah, my boots are filled with water. But we're taking a look here at the map and
Well, there's where we are. We're halfway up the peninsula.
figuring out what we're gonna do. Rode through some good muck. Over and out. Oh, we're at the tip of the, what's the peninsula called again? The Door Peninsula. We're in Gills Rock, Wisconsin. It is still cold and it is still gray, but we're here. We are here. It's been a nice, the roads have been a nice riding experience and everyone's really happy. We're ready for some real
Hoping
food.
that the wind, we need a warm meal.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna stay at the
sleep.
Peninsula State Park, which is about 20 miles away. So we're gonna get camp set up and get some victuals.
yes, fiddles, yes.
Over and out. Good morning. Here's a nice check-in this morning. And the best news that I can report is there's no rain We see blue skies this morning. We might get a little rain at the beginning of our trip, but yesterday was a real test of will with all the rain, and everything is soaked. We all have wet shoes, and well, everyone except for Superman over here. So yeah, I did. But the day looks bright. We're going about 400 miles today to Copper Harbor and Fort Wilkins State Park. Get out of here. And got the road burners gear on. Well, some of us do. Get out of here. And yeah, so shaping up to be a right good day, and we are going to be very thankful for it. So we'll probably check in around breakfast time.
We're going to find breakfast this morning.
Yes, breakfast, and then going through Green Bay. So until later, over and out. Hello everyone, we're in the small town of Oconto, Wisconsin, just south of Marionette. Stopped for some gas and potty breaks, where we finally have some sun. We've also had heavy rain this morning, so we're getting the full effect of the weather. And yeah, but the sun is coming out and there's some blue skies. Things are moving along smoothly.
They are moving.
Over and out. Well, we've made it back to Michigan. We're at the Menominee Pierhead Lighthouse, and the Jimmer is from Menominee, and we're hoping we see him here, but we are just stopped checking out the lighthouse, using the facilities.
Chevy versus frames.
My Chevy shirst into shames.
Chevy shook shit.
We're about 250 miles from Copper Harbor still, so we've got some mileage to put on, but it's finally turning into a pretty nice day. We're very thankful for the sunshine and the warmer temperatures, so things are looking up, and we'll check in again soon. Over and out.
We have arrived in Escanaba, and we've completed some motorcycle repairs. Thank goodness it's not in the moonlight, because Corey had no headlights for a few miles. But all is well. It's a beautiful day. Escanaba's a nice town. We went down to the lake, saw a guy getting his hair cut, and now we're headed for Fort Wilkins State Park, Copper Harbor. We'll check in along the way.
Hello! We're here in Crystal Falls, Michigan in the Upper Peninsula, and just was compelled to stop here. It's a pretty interesting looking town. You drive in on this big road coming up the hill, and there's this big church at the top of the hill, and so it was worth stopping at and checking out. But
It's the county courthouse, I think.
County courthouse. Looks like a church. Anyway, super cool little town. So I don't know what our next destination is. We're talking about it right now. Until then, Over and out. Here we are, getting ready to come into Copper Harbor, and the slowpokes are going by. Hello. We got lost. We're gonna live amongst the bears now. So wish us luck. If anyone finds this cell phone, will be vastly different. We made it to Copper Harbor, which was awesome. The ride was awesome. Houghton,
Smoothest
Hancock.
tarmac we've ever encountered.
That was the, yeah. And
70 miles of glass.
yeah, in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. Who would have thunk? So we're staying at Fort Wilkins State Park, and we're headed into
Really in search of
downtown Copper Harbor. We're gonna get some food and some beer and some little old ladies to beat up. So
When we were getting off the ferry, Corey made a joke to the little old lady that was sitting there. The gal who was waiting said, "Any more bikers?" He said, "Bikers and people who need the chair can go down first." So a big group of bikers went down. Yeah, and then Corey and I were stuck behind the old ladies. Said, "Any more bikers?" Corey said, "Yeah, 2 more." And then he said to the little old ladies, "You guys don't mind if the bikers go through, but you might be bikers." I don't remember what she said.
I
but
said
you
something.
Look like you could be bikers.
I said, "You guys look like you could be bikers."
Just not today.
That's what she said.
I'm a biker, but not today.
Yeah,
That's what the lady said.
yeah.
Perfect.
So maybe we'll have another check-in this evening once we have imbibed a few meads and enjoyed ourselves thoroughly in Copper Harbor. What a ride today. About 400 miles and beautiful country up here in the UP. Over and out. Yukon Jack is a taste born of hoary nights where lonely men struggle to keep their fires lit and cabins warm. Boldly flavorful yet surprisingly smooth. There is no spirit like Yukon Jack.
Good morning and welcome to the first check-in of our day here at Fort Wilkins State Park, Copper Harbor, Michigan. It's a crisp morning, beautiful start to the day, and more riding adventures. This is Lake Fanny Hooey, something like that. Anyway, we had a great day yesterday. A great meal in the town of Copper Harbor at one of the local restaurants. Don't even know what the name of it was, but it was excellent. And we really enjoyed it. And the bar as well. And had a good walk into town from the campground, and that was great. And the other members of the Road Burners are still in the sack, so we're gonna start to get going a little bit here. Maybe go out and see the lighthouse at Copper Point, and then we'll get on the road and see some more lakes. Road Burners. Over and out.
morning after staying at Fort Wilkins State Park. And this is the, what lighthouse is this?
Copper Harbor Point.
Copper Harbor Point Lighthouse on beautiful Lake Superior. It's pretty awesome. Lake Superior right here, lapping up against the shoreline. And we're looking at maybe making it as far as the Sioux today. So we'll check in along the way. Over and out.
Left our campsite at Fort Wilkins State Park. We're headed out to see the lighthouse, but we've lost one of our members, so we will hope he catches up to us momentarily. We'll try to film his arrival if he... I may hear his engine. Yep. He's coming. Beautiful day out on the shores of Lake Superior, the very tip of the Keweenaw Peninsula. We are as far north as we can get, or we will be in a minute. We'll have to send out a search party for Corey. Apparently he doesn't know where the lighthouse is. You can hear him. So I think he's coming this way. He's been located. We are thankful. It wouldn't be the road burners without Corey joining us. We'll get a picture here.
My phone.
So where we were camping last night at Fort Wilkins State
Is it
Park.
on me right now?
It's on you. We had a visit from a guy who told us some stories. Guy getting shot, his brains blown all over the wall. A bunch of other stuff. We got his wedding anniversary.
He's a right friendly fella, you know?
Yeah, he's local.
Yeah, you betcha.
From Lorien. Lorien, and best place to get a pasty in the whole world, right here. Tony's Country Kitchen.
The only thing wrong with the pasty, they don't have gravy, and that's a pretty hotbed topic, is ketchup or gravy on your pasty. But we're gonna be eating them a little dry because we're not sitting down.
Our friend at the campground said these are the best. They make them right. The meat's on the top, so the juices when they're cooked soak down into the whatever else is in there. So
one bite, you know how it works. Onions, beef.
Is the meat on the
potatoes?
top? Meat's on the top. How's the flavor?
That's good. That's a good pasty.
Okay, I'm gonna eat mine now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna ride on.
Man. That's yummy.
We will check in later.
Hello, lads and lasses. We're here in Marquette, Michigan, visiting some of Cameron's friends.
If I make another ride,
And
we'll do it. 7.5.
we're getting ready to leave, but I just wanted to check in since we were in Marquette, and we're moving right along. So lots of traffic on the roads, but otherwise it's a nice day. I don't know who this gentleman
Very
is.
nice day.
weird.
Do you like my helmet?
I wear it when I leave the house. Over now. Well, we made it to Sault Ste. Marie. We were supposed to be at Andrus Lake State Forest Campground, but it's pretty cold, and we all kind of decided it would be nice to stay in civilization tonight. So we're in downtown Sault Ste. Marie, staying at the Longships Motel. The sign's there in the background. We were going to stay at one of the campgrounds here in town, but campground host didn't like the bikers very much, and we didn't get along, so we are not there. We're gonna go eat some whitefish and have a nice evening. It was a long, boring, but beautiful ride from Marquette to here, doing 70, just droning down the whole way. Not really much to report on that note, but it feels good to be here. We have a lot of memories here as a family, so hopefully we're gonna have ice cream in the morning when our favorite place is open. But until then, over and out. Oi, here we are at the Valley Camp. We just got off a long voyage. The rough seas. We got a little seasick, but we raided much booty. The holds are full of booty. We're leaving Sault Ste. Marie. We have our shortest day of the journey today, so we aren't too pressed to rush to our next pit stop at 1,000 miles an hour. And yeah, last night was nice at the Longships Motel.
Yes. Very nice. Yeah.
We'll check in again. Probably we're gonna stop in Mackinac City for some fudge. For some fudge at the Mackinac Bridge. Over and out. Watching the ferry come over from Neebish Island. Over here, just north of the Rock Cut and the St. Mary's River. There's a 1,000-footer, big freighter coming down bound. Some of the cool stuff in northern Michigan. So we're gonna have a little adventure here. We are going to travel across the St. Mary's River on the Neebish Islander. We've never been on Neebish Island.
For you guys, but you're not senior citizens.
We're not senior citizens.
I am almost.
Are you? Yeah, this is my last trip to the island. I got some things left in the.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. How you doing today?
Good, how you guys doing?
Good. We're great. That's for me. I think he's paying for them too.
I was going to pay for you too.
Oh. So here we go. Off on a little adventure. Across the river. That is the very narrow channel known as the Rock Cut over there. And up that way
we go back. So we'll check in once we get over on the island somewhere. Hello. We're checking in from some point on Nebish Island. We're on the eastern coast. That's Canada over yonder. That is that's St. Joseph Island Church. Yeah. So island's pretty crazy cool. It's tiny. Not many people live here, and yeah, it's pretty wild riding. We rode down a dirt road that nobody else has been down, at least today.
Graded it, cleaned it.
Yeah.
We were first track.
So, some adventure happening. We rode across the ferry over here. This is as close to Canada as we can get. So, yep. Fun little change of plan. So, I don't know where our next check-in will be. Over now. Well, here we are at the Mackinac Bridge.
We've made it to the bridge.
It is very windy,
Very windy.
and very rough.
Very rough.
I don't know what the winds are, but
Winds are anything.
they're strong enough to push a man over the bridge, potentially. It's pretty intense. Pretty intense. There's cement portion of the bridge, so we'll be riding on the grading for a lot of it, which, yeah, if that is not the case, that would be really great. But, a little nervous. We're going to reward ourselves with ice cream and fudge if we live through this one on the other side. We're hopeful. Yeah. Road burners. Lake Michigan. Yes. Right here. We'll check in on the other side.
Yeah, you know you're alive if you survive it.
We made it.
Blood pumping.
It was terrifying.
It was. You know, it's rare that you'd use those words, but that was terrifying.
I don't have much else to say about that.
Oh my gosh. And when the RV, you can just see it leaning sideways. I wondered if it might be a good strategy to stay in the lee of the RV, but then it might blow over on you.
We're in Houghton Lake, Michigan, and some presents have been dispersed. So this is my present from my father.
Yes. Celebrating Corey's engagement.
Yes, it's really a nice bouquet of flowers. And I see Cameron's working on his, but his present was a nice fall display. A little straw bale and a pumpkin
And a gourd.
and a gourd.
Nice gourd.
It's a, yeah. How do you feel about your present?
It's gonna end up on the side of the road.
I sure hope not. That would,
Because I would throw it
that
there.
would be a shame.
The hay bale will be reduced in size hay bale.
Over the miles.
So, Dad yesterday got his present. It was a pirate's sword, which isn't currently attached to his motorcycle.
It is in the motorcycle, but
Cora broke it last night in half, so there's gonna have to be a repair project. But presents took a little longer this trip because we haven't had a lot of extra time, but they've happened. Over and out.
So, with the video, since this is our last morning for the Road Burners trip, I thought Cora might want to do the check-in this morning. So what are we doing today, Cora?
No, me no.
We're going for a long ride. You and Ronnie in the car, Mommy and Daddy and me on the
Motorcycle.
Motorcycles. Yeah, that's right. So we're going a long ways today. We got 500 miles to get to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And we're going to avoid Indiana because we had bad luck there last time. Right?
That's right.
So, today, we're skipping Indiana. And here's our hostess with the mostest, Annie Mare. We'll see you later.